Good day, dear friends. Hope you are all very fine. Today, we are going to the second part of the first chapter in the first unit, that is, attitude is altitude. We have also already seen the basic details of Nick Vujicic, and today we are continuing with it from the last two sentences in the first page. That is, regarding his interest in sports. Nick Vujicic not only was interested in water sports, but also he used to play golf, and he was very much interested in English Premier League also. Golf he used to play by tucking the golf stick under his chin. His parents decided not to send him to a special school. A decision he said was very hard for him, but which may have been the best decision they could have ever made for him. Because if he was sent with some special students, his capacity could not have been developed to that of a normal person. What is a special school? A special school is a place where children with special needs are taken care of. But Nick Vujicic was not sent to a special school, rather was sent to a normal, regular school. When Nick was born, his father was so shocked that he left the hospital room to vomit. When he was born, his bodily shape was so bad that his father went suddenly out of the room and he was about to vomit. His distraught mother couldn't bring herself to hold him until he was 4 months old. Usually when mothers catch their children, they catch with the support of the hands and legs. When both of them are not there, it is very difficult to catch the children. His disability came without any medical explanation. The name given to that, a rare occurrence called phocomelia. Phocomelia. And Nick and his parents spent many years asking why this cruel trick would happen to him. Nick's mother was a nurse and she did everything right during pregnancy, but she still blamed herself, he said. She was a nurse, and nurses know how to take care during pregnancy, and she did everything perfectly. Still, they were questioning themselves. She was blaming herself for something might have happened bad during pregnancy period. It was so hard for them, but right from the start, they did their best to make Nick independent. For the parents, it was very hard in the beginning to adjust with this special child. But they tried their level best to make Nick independent. Independent means without being dependent on anyone else. So, the parents prepared Nick to be independent by teaching him or by training him how to do things alone without the help of others. Nick's dad put him in the water at 18 months and gave the courage to learn how to swim. He also got really into football and skateboarding, and he totally loved the English Premier League football. This is all by the support from his father. Nick's father was a computer programmer and accountant, and he taught his little son how to type with his toe, and at just 6 years old, he was trained how to type with his chicken drumstick or with a small part of his on this left hip. His mom invented a special plastic device that meant he could hold a pen and pencil. A special plastic device was invented by his mother. See what a care is given by Nick's parents, because Nick is special and that special care is given to Nick. Despite the risk of being bullied, his parents insisted Nick on attending mainstream school. It was the best decision they could have made for Nick. Adds Nick, who later achieved a degree in financial planning and real estate. It was very hard, but it gave him independence. The decision by Nick's parents to join him in a mainstream school helped him to attain or to be successful in his life. Nick, who was teased and bullied, had an electric wheelchair for mobility and a team of carers to help him. I was deeply depressed when I was 8 years old, he said. I went to my mom crying and I told her I want to kill myself. Depressed means what? Deeply disappointed with his life, having no hope. I felt cold and bitter. I hated God for doing this to me and was terrified of what would happen when my parents weren't there to look after me. Nick is saying he was totally depressed and he was very sad, and he thought what would have happened to him if his parents were not there to look after him. I could brush my own teeth with a wall-mounted brush and wash my own hair with the pump action soap, but there were a lot of things that I could not do. He could do all these things by practice, but still, you just imagine, without both the legs and both the hands, there are a lot of things which we cannot do. And there are a lot of things for us who are having everything. We cannot do all the things. Then what will be the situation of Nick Vujicic? At age 10, Nick tried to drown himself in the bath, but luckily the attempt was unsuccessful. In other words, he tried to end his life, but somehow he was saved. I felt there was no purpose when you lack purpose and strength. He just thought that there is no meaning for life when you lack purpose and strength. It is hard to hold on, he said. But with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through to become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. Overcoming all these difficulties, he came forward. He became victorious in his life with the help of his friends, religion and family. At age 10, Nick tried to drown himself in the bath, but luckily the attempt was unsuccessful. He was depressed and disappointed, and he wanted to kill himself. I felt there was no purpose when you lack purpose and strength. When we lack purpose and strength, there is no meaning for life. This is what happened in the life of Nick also. He decided to end his life. It is hard to hold on, he said. But with the help of his religion, friends and family, Nick managed to pull through to become an international symbol of triumph over adversity. Triumph means victory. Adversity means difficult time. So triumph over adversity. Victory over difficult situation. When he was 13, He read a newspaper article about a disabled man who had managed to achieve great things and helped others, said Nick. When he was 13, he read a newspaper article which influenced him a lot. Here we can see the reading habit of Nick also. I realized why God had made us like this, to give hope to others. It was so inspirational to me that I decided to use my life to encourage other people and give them the courage that the article had given me. So by looking at that man's life, which influenced him a lot, he decided to give hope to others. That you can see him as an inspirational speaker in plenty of videos. He started giving hope to others, taking the example of his life.
Guys, my name is Nick Vujicic. I was born in Australia in 1982, moved from Australia to California in the year 2006. And my life story, I'm just thankful that people have seen my life on some sort of level, whether it's just YouTube videos or seeing pictures of a limbless guy smile. People always ask me, what happened to you and how did you overcome what you've been through. The title of the message that I've been given is Transforming the Walls into Doors. When I speak corporately, the line that I like to use is changing obstacles into opportunities. Now, I'm very well aware to share with you as well, I know that there are 1 billion people going hungry today. I know that this year 1 million people will commit suicide. It's 1 every 40 seconds. I know today there are 120 million slaves, and I've met sex slaves, and I've seen the top of the pyramid as far as business and met the billionaires. I've met bankers, and I've also met orphans. We're all looking for something. We're all looking for hope. Hope you can't just have just because you were born with hope. No, we're born with pain. We're born and live through difficulties. And in our life, my parents always taught me that even though we don't know why I was born this way, that we have a choice. Either to be angry for what we don't have, or be thankful for what we do have. The power of that choice was the first thing that I had to overcome and decide for myself, especially in the early years of school.
I decided to be thankful for what I do have, not get angry about what I don't. Nick learned a very great lesson from his life, to be happy with what he has. This is a great lesson for us too, to be happy with what we have. When we complain about not having that, not having this, I don't have mobile, I don't have smartphone, I don't have a good pen like him, I don't have good things, good dress like her. When we complain, this is a good lesson for you. How Nick Vujicic learned to be happy with what he had. Let us also be happy with what we have. Let our house be very small. Let our vehicle be very small. Let our bike be very small. Or let it be that we do not have vehicles, but still be happy with what you have. Dear friends, to conclude today's class, in the first part, that is in the second page of the first chapter, we see how Nick's parents are supporting him and taking care of him, just like our own parents. And it helped him to overcome his difficulties. His parents took enough care even from the time of his mother's pregnancy. And his father taught him how to swim and to type with his chicken drumstick. And in the later stage, when he was depressed at a time, he himself tried to drown himself in water. But later he overcame all the difficulties and became victorious over his adversities. In the third page, we can see him solving his problems with his own effort, not with the help of his parents. Now he is getting up from all his faults. He is prepared and equipped now. He is reading some books and being inspired by that book, he is getting hope for his life. In the first part, the help of others. In the second part, he is equipping himself with his own effort. There are a lot of things for us to learn from his life. About our love towards our parents, friends and family. And then about equipping ourselves with good qualities. The quality like reading of books and love towards our parents and others. So, hope you have understood today's class. Actually, I have not gone in detail in the class today because these things can be read by you and understood by you. What you have to do is read the chapter 2 or 3 times. Today's homework is, first you have to send me the running notes of your notebook to my mail ID. Then second one is, answer this question in a paragraph. How Nick's parents helped him in overcoming his difficulties. Question number 3, how Nick himself equipped him to overcome his difficulties. You can write this in your notebook and send it to my mail ID. Thank you very much. Next chapter, before coming for the next part of the last part of the chapter, please read the chapter and come and listen carefully to the coming lecture in notes. Thank you very much.